Okay, so what if I told you that the entire history of human philosophy, all of that deep self-reflection, didn't start with a profound question, but with a laugh? I know, it sounds like a riddle, right? Well, today we're going to unpack this really cool idea, the laugh that preceded philosophy.
So, what on earth could that mean? It's such a fascinating phrase. Before all the logic, before the big systems of thought, there was just a laugh. But hold on, it's probably not the kind of laugh you're thinking of.
Yeah, we're not talking about a literal chuckle here. This is a metaphor, and a pretty powerful one, for something much, much deeper. It's about that sudden, almost startling moment of self-awareness. You can think of it as the starting gun for any real self-discovery. Imagine this. You spend your whole life thinking you're looking out a perfectly clean window, just seeing the world as it is. Then one day, the light hits it just right, and you suddenly see your own reflection in the glass. That's the laugh. It's that huge aha moment when it dawns on you that what you've always thought was objective reality is actually a subjective reflection, shaped entirely by you. That's the exact moment philosophy really begins. Okay, so if our perception of the world is a reflection, what's doing the reflecting? Well, the source material we're looking at gives us this fantastic concept to work with, the mirrors in our minds. These mirrors in mind, you can think of them as the collection of all our internal programming. They're the unique lenses that each and every one of us uses to see the world. And they're built from our experiences, our culture, our beliefs, and they filter absolutely everything we see, hear, and think. So what exactly are these mirrors reflecting back at us? Well, pretty much everything. Our self-image, our beliefs about other people, our entire worldview. It's all in there. Every single past experience that has shaped who you are is part of that reflection. And yep, even those sneaky hidden biases that we don't even know we have.
Now, just understanding that we have these mirrors is one thing, but here's the crucial part, realizing they have real-world consequences. Seriously, this isn't just some abstract idea to think about. These mirrors directly, and I mean directly, impact how we act.
Here's where the rubber meets the road. Just think about it. You see someone push past you to get on a crowded bus. Does your mirror reflect a world full of rude, selfish people, which makes you angry? Or does it reflect a world where people might be in a desperate hurry for a reason you don't know, which makes you feel some empathy? It's the same event, but different mirrors create completely different ethical responses. Your internal world is literally designing your external actions.
The source material actually prompts us to dig a little deeper here and ask what shapes this ethical mirror. For instance, how might a factor like gender influence this reflection? It's a question that pushes us to think about all the variables, our upbringing, our culture, maybe even biology, that can subtly change the reflection we see, and because of that, change the choices we make.
And that, of course, is the big question, isn't it? If we accept that our mirrors are subjective, that they're influenced and maybe even a little warped, what are we supposed to do about it? Are we just stuck with a distorted view forever? Or is there a way to actually work with the mirror?
And that brings us to the solution. The skill we really need to develop to consciously understand and manage these mental mirrors is emotional intelligence. This is the practical tool that helps us turn that abstract self-awareness into a tangible, useful skill.
You know, at its core, emotional intelligence is all about perception, first of yourself and then of others. It's about having the ability to recognize what your own mirror is reflecting back at you, usually in the form of emotions, and then using that knowledge to navigate your relationships and interactions with more wisdom and empathy. We can actually break this down into 3 simple, actionable steps. First, you have to actually look in the mirror. That's self-awareness. You have to be willing to really see your own reflection, warts and all. Second, you learn to polish the mirror. That's self-regulation. This is about managing your emotional reactions, cleaning off the smudges of bias or anger. And finally, you learn to see other mirrors, and that right there is empathy. Realizing that every single person is looking through their own unique mirror too. And this is a really important point. The goal isn't to get some kind of perfectly clear, totally objective mirror. That's impossible. True mastery is simply knowing how your own mirror tends to distort the world, and then having the empathy to understand that everyone else is dealing with their own version of the very same thing. So let's tie this all together really quick. It all starts with the laugh of self-awareness. That awareness shows us our mirrors in mind. We learn that those mirrors directly shape our ethics, and the key to navigating this whole thing? It's emotional intelligence. And that just leaves us with one last question to think about. Now that you know about the mirror, the reflections, and all the biases, the next time you look, what are you going to choose to see?